Black SEL is about acknowledging the ways that SEL competencies have been present in Black communities long before the designation or study of social emotional learning. The Black experience in the United States and the Western world has produced many traumatic experiences for Black people, including slavery, colonization, and Jim Crow. Through all of these experiences, Black people, for better or for worse, learned how to be resilient. So with Black SEL Matters, the intentions are to develop new social constructs that will transform Black communities with the skills to navigate in this complex society.
Attitudes, values, and ways in which we help each other, support each other, and which the knowledge and skills necessary to be successful are transmitted from generation to generation. In school, when it's not at home, but at best, it should be in home, in school, and out in the networks of our society.
We're here today because we are like-minded people who believe that the Black community can benefit from investment in social and emotional development. We believe that our kids, our schools, our families can be grounded in these concepts and use these concepts to find strength, as Dr. Kuma was saying.
Youth, and telling a little bit about myself and singing this song that I wrote. I wrote this song about 3 years ago, and the name of the song is called Why Not Me? All of us have asked the question before, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why did I go through this? Why did I go through that? Why did a person do something to me? It's easy to sometimes become a victim when you've been hurt or you've been molested or dealt with any type of abuse or being raped or abandoned or rejected, neglected. It's easy to sit in that, and it's easy to become like have a victim mentality.
That this brain trust, there's an attack on SEL right now. There's an attack on SEL and equity. There's an attack on everything that's Black. That's been happening.
CBT is so important because the treatment style is helping people have a better understanding of themselves, their motivations, their behaviors, to be able to learn and use problem-solving skills and coping skills.
For quite some time, right? And knowing Kristen for a long time, yes. I wanted to make sure that we got through last year, but what we did was we went full on late spring and through the summer preparing to make SEL a central focus of the work that we do here in Windsor Public Schools.
When your child wakes up in the morning, tell them something good before they leave the house. Typically, we're rushing as families. We're rushing out the house. We forget to tell people we love them. We forget to say positive things, and kids might start their day off on a negative note.
Overwhelmingly, the students are Black and brown, but the state has said, hey, this is what you don't talk about. This is what you cannot do. And we might not be in places where that's actually happening.
No, we want SEL to become a part of who you are, not what you do. And that's when we'll know that you've made the fundamental shift. It's a part of who you are, and it's natural.
Ones that didn't. And that helped me along, you know what I'm saying, along with traveling to where I'm at today. But man, it's an issue that we have in our community, but it's breaking us down from a brokenness standpoint. We're insecure. We fear each other. We don't fear people out here. We fear each other, you know. And just like you said, perception is everything. You would have came on here and you would have been looking a certain way. I'm going to say anything because you're on the panelist. But in general, you don't ever know who's on this call. So I feel you, boss man.
You know, the thing for me, from a personal aspect, coaching in at HBCU and being around young Black men, I think it's our charge. I think it's our responsibility to help young Black guys, you know, because I think at a PWI, no knock on PWIs, but I think one wrongdoing and they're gone. Unless you're just super talented, you out the door. But I think it's our job as Black men, and I'm not just talking about young Black men, but just men in general, but especially young Black men. It's our job to groom them, to help them learn from mistakes. Because They need a second chance.
Some of the political and economic power that we need to survive in this SEL work. When I look at Dr. James Comer, I saw strength, I saw empathy, I saw passion, I saw brilliance, and I saw perseverance. So it really allowed me to continue to push forward with the work that I'm doing as well. And he mentioned many gems about just how we need to be grounded in this work and how we need to know that we as the Black community, we are resilient.
50 years ago, like my mom couldn't go here, even if she wanted to. So just that realization and realizing that, yes, it's always gonna take some time, but that's why we're here to kind of give that advice, give that perspective, saying, hey, we know you're doing X, Y, Z, but can we get this, or let's have this as well.
We need to build spaces for Black SEL, not within the classroom space, but maneuvering outside into corporate America. I believe people don't know what SEL is, and it's a key factor and skill that we need to be able to grow as better people.
I feel it's very important for us to attack that SEL so we could learn different ways to solve our problems.
So one takeaway from today's panel was trust the process. We all have individual journeys, and it's so important that we always self-reflect and self-analyze. I think that is how we harness what we can control.
Things like that, like not being, comfortable with saying I need to go to therapy, right? But everything, like a safe space, always have to look like therapy, right? What does it take for us to have this space where me and you look alike, we're able to talk about our problems freely?
Think about the violence in our community, right? And how it's not my age that's being killed. Most of the time, it's your age.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's online. Thank you to you guys that are here, making sure that we continue to push social emotional learning in Black communities. It is so important.
I support Dangers of the Mind because Black SEL matters.